Guys, this is Irene, and this video was requested by Jacob Khan. Jacob, I hope that I'm saying your name correctly. Jacob asked me on one of my males who go your own way videos, or males that go their own way video. He asked me if I had ever covered forced male genital mutilation. And it's so odd that he asked me this because, believe it or not, one of the things I am so passionate about is circumcision. I have sons. I've told you guys a million times, I am as old as Stardust. I am literally an old lady. And I am probably old enough to be a lot of your mother. And so none of my boys are circumcised. I'm sorry for putting your genital information out there, boys, but none of my sons have circumcisions. And that is because I would just never, ever do that to a child, ever. There are a lot of reasons I'm against male genital mutilation. The biggest reason, one of the biggest reasons, I guess they're all big reasons to me, but just straight off, and I really struggled with whether I wanted to show footage of a circumcision because there are just a lot of perverts in the world, and I just didn't want to give, anybody who has weird feelings towards children any jollies by putting a baby strapped down, having their penis tortured on YouTube. So I didn't, but I will describe it. Basically, the child is strapped down by their arms and their legs open. I'm sorry, I feel a little sick even talking about it. So basically, the child is strapped down that way, and then part of their penis is removed. And a lot of people say, well, what good is the foreskin of the penis? First of all, I want to say that all men who have been circumcised bear a scar. That ring around your penis is a scar. It's a scar from part of your penis being removed. And if you've ever seen, as a woman, or if you have as a man, an uncircumcised penis, they look very different from circumcised penises, not just because of the extra skin. Because in an erect penis, it doesn't look any different, but because they're very shiny. Circumcised penises are not glossy because they lack all of the oil glands that the skin that's been removed have. It also, that part that is removed during circumcision is, it has nerves in it. So it also increases sexual stimulation and responsiveness. And I'm sorry, you guys just actually really don't know how strongly I feel about this topic. I'm not going to talk about it for long because I feel like there's some topics I always tell you guys that I feel really strongly about, and then I borderline go ranty because I have such strong emotions towards them. But in my mind, every time I talk about circumcision, all I can think about is newborn babies. Can you imagine making this the first experience of your child's life, the first traumatic experience? I visualize newborn babies being strapped down by their arms and legs, literally having part of their phallus cut off. And I think about the reasons that people do this. The Jewish people do it for religious purposes, but why the hell are the rest of y'all doing it? Everything that has been, all of the, it's not clean, if you're a dirty person, you're a dirty person. All of that has been debunked. All of that is not scientifically true. It is considered a cosmetic procedure. It is considered a cosmetic procedure. It really is. Ask your child's doctor. It's not done for health purposes. It is purely cosmetic. It's mass cosmetic surgery on newborn little boys. And so Jacob, again, this video doesn't have to be super long. I'm absolutely, completely against male mutilation. I do not think that you should mutilate the genitalia of children or male children. I don't think that it's appropriate to make a little boy's first experience in this world of trauma happen when they are an infant. I don't think it's appropriate to cut off part of a man's penis. I don't think those scars on your penises are attractive. They're sad. They're indicative of an ignorant parent who damaged you. And I feel like it is unhealthy. I feel like I cannot believe it's socially acceptable. I feel people are hypocrites for pointing out female genitalia mutilation, which is very similar. It removes the sexual stimuli, for the most part, from the woman's vagina. I think I don't find that one is worse than the other. I find them both to be grotesque and awful. And I'm telling you, I'm really holding back because I could get very ranty about this, but I feel it is inappropriate. And I feel if anybody with a heart ever watches, because they do have them here on YouTube, ever watches a circumcision, there's no way that you would ever be able to do that to your own child. I know a lot of men want to do it because they have a circumcision, but that's so twisted to me. Like, because somebody mutilated you, you want to mutilate your son? Like, I don't understand that. You know, there's no flaw in the way that your penis was designed. It was designed with the extra skin, and the extra skin is okay. It was never done for medical reasons. It was always done for religious reasons. It is a cosmetic procedure. Check with your child's pediatrician. And it is optional. And I would encourage you guys to opt out of mutilating your boys. I have never mutilated a male child of mine. I would never mutilate a male child of mine. I would never mutilate a child. I would never, ever advise you letting somebody cut off a piece of your child's genitals, especially when they're a baby. It is just a disgusting experience. If there are lasting psychological effects, I mean, we could just never know without an extensive study, but I would just find it so shocking if there wasn't some residue of damage that is there because of these sorts of procedures. I don't approve. I think that it's a problem, and it's something that we should not embrace, and that parents should not be allowed to do, except for religious purposes, sadly. I mean, I don't want to I don't want to encroach on religious freedom, but I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. I get so upset when I think about this, and I am so disgusted by people that think it's okay. And I know that here in the States, most people are going to be circumcised, and so a lot of people may not like this video, but I just really don't give two craps what you like. It's barbaric, it's disgusting, it's wrong, and if you're against female genital mutilation, you should stand firmly against male genital mutilation. This is just another case from the beginning of life where women have a privilege and a level of understanding and sympathy from society that men don't get. We would never stand for female genital mutilation in the United States. But when it comes to male genital mutilation, there's almost like a cult sort of commitment to chopping little pieces of babies' penises off. It's just so bizarre, so twisted. I don't know. That's my opinion, Jacob. There you go. I told you I'd make the video, and I have. Again, if I were more willing to include pictures and diagrams and things like that, I would. I might come under this video, not immediately, but I will very likely come under this video and attach a bunch of links to resources where you can research this some more. Actually, I think I definitely will come under this video in the description box and attach links and resources for individuals who want to be educated on male genital mutilation. And I encourage you to look into stories of men who are very unhappy with the fact that they have been mutilated, and to take those stories seriously, because I just think when you do inalterable things to another human being, like, it's nobody's place. It's absolutely nobody's place to make that choice for another person. It's nobody's place to remove a part of their child's genitals because they think it's best. That's just a little overboard to me. There are no infants that need cosmetic procedures. And Yeah, so yeah, look at the description box. I will be providing some resources if you want to research this more, some things to debunk the common rhetoric of sanitation and things like that. The benefits of the foreskin, like it has a purpose. Yes, it does. It's not just extra skin. There are a lot of stupid ideas that science has had. People used to think our tonsils had no use. Turns out, you not knowing the use of something doesn't mean it doesn't have a use. It just means that you're not smart enough to know what it is yet. And so throughout time, science has said a lot of dumb things. Science has done a lot of stupid things. And as their intellect and research moves forward, they discover that they were wrong. And so these old views of the foreskin that have allowed people to mutilate boys for generations, they're played out, they're antiquated. Get with the times, leave your kids' penises alone. End of video. Talk to you guys later.